Hi, in previous videos, we've looked at different ways of doing authentication. We looked at bearer token, HTTP header, query param, and then basic authentication, which are basically like four. So those are four different ways you can do authentication in your API. So in this last method, it's not really a method on its own, but it's just a way to help you support the four different authentication methods within your application. Hence the name Composite Authentication. So with this one, the configuration is pretty similar with the previous ones, even though the difference is how you need to provide these auth methods to basically say that, hi, as my application, I support only two of these. If you want to support all of them, you need to add all the four classes in these auth methods array. So let's see how you can do that. Now, the first step is to provide that, and then I'll do away with these and also these. So the four. So let's see what happens when you okay. So let me remove this API key and then we see. Good. So there's nothing that actually happens because we've not configured the different auth methods that we want to support. So I'll just pass in these. So what this means that we are only supporting these two. So when we go back to Postman and we try to do this, let me see which one. The query parameter auth and HTTP basic. So you can go back to basic and just say no auth so that you can test this out. So you can see we are unauthorized. So um, when we go back to using the basic auth, it works. That's because we've configured it to support basic auth. Now, for users who want to use the, how do you call it? The query param, it should still work. Okay, I think there's something that needs to be updated here. Okay, so in terms of maybe we can add these other ones like the bearer. Okay, sorry, this one should just be, I think there's an error somewhere because this should return an error. Yes, so how you do this is because the reason why we are seeing this error is because by default the query param authentication only has specified the token parameter as access token, but in our case it's API key. So the way you do this is, again, you need to do individual configuration of the auth methods that you support. So that means we need to have an array. Let's do quickly. Then in this array we provide the class, and then the next line we just provide um, the token param. So these are now method-based configurations. Yes, that. So now when we try to access this using the API key as the key, the API should not throw an error. Yes, so that's how you can configure individual API, individual authentication method when you are using the composite auth. So you can do the same thing with the basic auth and also the bearer authentication, just as we had previously discussed in about uh, configuring the individual authentication methods. So guys, that's pretty much about the composite. Just remember, for the composite, it just enables you to support different authentication methods within your application. So that's it. And if you have any question or you have any maybe comments, remember to leave it in the comment section and subscribe so that you support me. Okay, see you.